Yeah, it's going to be crazy. I've said it, Professor Dave. I think 2024 is going to be the craziest year of our lives, and I think we're 2 months in, and it probably hasn't disappointed us too much. Now, did
Um,
did you happen to catch the price of Bitcoin today, Professor Dave? I got to ask you about some Bitcoin.
Probably over 50, right? Made it over
Yeah, like
50.
51, 52. Which remember what Bitcoin was the last time we talked?
Probably about 30.
Yeah, it was like 37, I think. So, has
Yeah.
anything changed? I know you mentioned you were talking to Lynn Alden for a while, maybe. Anything kind of
Uh,
good, bad about Bitcoin?
well, again, I don't use price as an indicator. So I don't even use price of my own equities as an indicator of my investing.
Wow.
You know, I use protocol, I use
Mhm,
process. And
mhm,
and if the process is right, I have faith that over time the
mhm,
the outcome will be correct. So some
mm.
people say, what price would you buy it at? That's not what I'm waiting for. So I give that answer every single time. So
Yeah,
um and what I tell you is the higher it goes, the less likely I am to jump into it. Right.
I hear that a lot. I hear
You
that a
know,
lot. Whether it's I missed the boat or they're just like you, they're just not into it
Well,
now.
well, I said no, thank you at 10. So,
Mhm,
the boat, the boat sailed for me a long time ago. Um, the and I have mixed emotions. No one wants to miss a boat,
mhm,
but I do believe Bitcoin is going to do battle with the state, and I believe that we're going to find out what happens to that. What I don't know is whether or not the perfect entry for me, the perfect entry would be for them to do battle and for me to have gotten up to speed on the idea that if they win, then I
mhm,
should get in. It'd be real nice if my epiphany they've won
mhm.
matches a real low price. Now that's hard because it's not going to look like they won, right? It's not going to
Exactly.
look like so it's going to have to be. But I watch it. I just ordered the Bitcoin Standard to read in earnest,
Mm.
and so
I definitely
but I
can't
don't
wait to talk to you about that.
investing is at one level absolutely not obsessing over what you didn't do,
Mhm.
right? You should pass on all sorts of good ideas. My worst investing decision ever was I owned a company that got bought up by a company called LabCorp, and I didn't know the company LabCorp, so I sold. I said, okay, so made some quickie profit and sold because I didn't understand what the company that bought them. I went up 100-fold. I don't lose sleep over it. It was my worst decision ever. Unless you want to say, I almost bought Apple at the bottom for the wrong
Mm.
reason, which is why it doesn't bother me because my reasoning was wrong.
Mhm,
The reason to buy Apple was that you somehow saw their cloud presence coming. What I saw was the Intel chip.
mhm.
And I don't think the Intel chip was that important, but I almost bought it then. And would I have sold it along the way? I don't know. Um, would I buy the Mag 7 if they come down by a factor of 10,
Mhm.
which is what I think they need?
Well,
I literally think a factor of 10 would be a good number to consider a drop.